Gloria in excelsis Deo, et in terra paz omnibus bone voluntatis. Laudamus Te, benedicimus Te, adoramus Te, glorificamus Te, gratias agimus
On July 9th, the Catholic Church commemorates the steadfast witnesses of the Martyrs of Gorkum. 19 priests and religious who laid down their lives for the faith in the year of our Lord, 1572. Among them, we remember with special reverence St. John of Cologne, a Dominican friar and pastor, whose courage and fidelity remain a shining example for all generations. St. John was born in the city of Cologne, Germany, then a flourishing center of learning and trade within the Holy Roman Empire. He attended the University of Cologne, and shortly after his graduation, he entered the orders of preachers, the Dominicans, renowned for their dedication to preaching, teaching, and defending the Catholic faith against error. As a Dominican, St. John of Cologne devoted himself to study, prayer, and the ministry preaching the word to the people. Formed in the spirit of St. Dominic and St. Thomas Aquinas, he was known for his clear preaching, his pastoral charity, and his deep devotion to the Most Holy Eucharist and the Blessed Sacrament, something he would be martyred for. His superiors entrusted him with the care of souls in the northern Low Countries, where the Catholic faith was increasingly under threat from the spread of Calvinist doctrine and anti-clerical violence. When he was assigned to the Low Countries, he became the parish priest of Hornar, a village near Gorkum, in what is now the Netherlands. There, he labored quietly but faithfully, offering the holy sacrifice of the Mass, hearing confessions, visiting the sick, teaching the children, and strengthening his flock amid growing religious hostility. Despite the danger, he remained at his post, an unassuming but steadfast shepherd. At this time of his parish assignment, the Low Countries, consisting of modern-day Netherlands and Belgium, were in revolt against their Spanish overlords, the Habsburgs, who were Catholic, and sought to defend the Catholic Church in the Low Countries. It was at this crucial point of tension that a pirate band known as the Sea Beggars, a band of Calvinist insurgents, captured Gorkum and imprisoned its Catholic clergy. When St. John heard that his brother priests were held captive for their faith, his pastoral heart would not let him stand by. The captured clergy consisted of Franciscans, secular clergy assisting in parishes, Norbertines, and many others. Disguising himself to avoid detection, he risked his own life to enter Gorkum secretly. There, he brought the imprisoned priests the comfort of the sacraments, heard their confessions, and offered them encouragement to stand firm for Christ and his church. For days he sustained them as a true shepherd in the darkness of their dungeon. Eventually, his secret ministry was discovered, and was arrested by the rebels. St. John of Cologne was thrown into prison alongside those he came to console, freely embracing the fate of a confessor and martyr. On July 9, 1572, after enduring prolonged insults and tortures, the 19 martyrs were brought to a deserted turf shed in the nearby town of Brielle. There, they were hanged, a martyrdom they accepted with prayers on their lips, forgiving their persecutors, and commending their souls to God. It is on this day, July 9th, that we commemorate these martyrs. Together with St. John of Cologne, we honor these faithful servants of Christ. St. Nicholas Pieck, Franciscan friar and guardian. St. Jerome of Weert, Franciscan friar. St. Willehad, Norbertine. St. Theodore of Der Em, Franciscan friar. St. Leonard Vetchel, parish priest. St. Nicholas Jansen, parish priest. St. Gottfried van Duyen, parish priest. St. Anthony of Hunar, parish priest. St. Anthony of Weert, Franciscan friar. St. Cornelius Wickers, Franciscan friar. St. Adrian Jansen, Franciscan friar. St. James Lacalle, Norbertine priest. St. Francis of Royer, Franciscan friar. St. Peter Vasesh, Franciscan friar. St. Andrew Woitus, secular priest. St. Jean Lenartz, secular priest. St. Paul of St. Everhards, Franciscan friar. And St. Matthias of Gorkum, Franciscan friar. It was in 1867 that the Church finally recognized these men as martyrs and saints. Pope Pius IX raised these valiant men to the altars of saints of the Universal Church. Their testimony is a beacon of fidelity in times of trial, a call to defend the Holy Eucharist and the unity of the Church, no matter the cost. May the prayers and example of St. John of Cologne and the Holy Martyrs of Gorkum strengthen us to stand firm in the faith, to love Christ in the Blessed Sacrament, to love our Holy Father, the Supreme Pontiff of the Universal Church, and to remain united to him and Christ's Holy Church until the end. St. John of Cologne and the Holy Martyrs of Gorkum, ora pro nobis. St. Dominic, ora pro nobis.